Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a weekly cryptocurrency update. We'll be going over some of the biggest pieces of news in the past week, and then we'll be taking a look at the prices of some specific coins. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. Also, if you haven't already, join the Discord channel and follow me on Twitter. Alright, so let's take a look at what's been happening in the past week of crypto. Now, as we can see, more or less most cryptocurrencies are down on the week. Bitcoin is down around 10%, Ethereum is down 16%, Cardano is down 8%, and most cryptos have had a little bit of a down week. Essentially, the reason why cryptocurrencies went down so much in the past week is because we had a bit of a liquidation event. Now, what happens in a liquidation event is individuals who are trading on high leverage get liquidated when the price drops. Now, when they get liquidated, this forces them to sell their cryptocurrency, dropping the price even more, liquidating more people, and the cycle continues. And with this scenario, you actually see Bitcoin go down about 20% in the space of around 10 minutes to 1 hour. And when you see prices drop about 20-30% in around under an hour, you know it's a massive liquidation event, and this is of course what happened with Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies. Now, in my opinion, I don't believe this liquidation event is too worrying. A lot of the leverage needed to be flushed out of the system, and I do believe that cryptocurrencies seem to be rebounding quite nicely, and hopefully they can continue this uptrend. So, let's jump into some of the news from the past week. Now, El Salvador announced back in May or June that they are going to be making Bitcoin legal tender. We've known about this for a couple of months. However, just today, El Salvador finally passed the bill. They finally made Bitcoin legal tender. As a direct result, all businesses are forced to accept Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is essentially legal tender in the company, which means nobody needs to pay taxes on their Bitcoin gains, and Bitcoin essentially operates like money. Now, there have been many downsides to this bill. The first downside is the overwhelming majority of the country is not in favour in this law. About 70% of people completely disagree with this law. Now, this has resulted in a lot of protests on the street, and people really don't want this to happen. However, the reason that El Salvador were able to pass this law is because essentially the president of El Salvador is a Bitcoin maximalist, and we do know that El Salvador is not actually a proper democracy. It is very corrupt, and as a direct result, he was able to pass these Bitcoin laws. Now, in my opinion, I don't like these Bitcoin laws that much, because overall, I do believe the point of Bitcoin is it's a currency that you can choose to use. Overall, I don't think that businesses should be forced to accept Bitcoin if they don't want to. I think this is a little bit dumb, and it should be a currency that individuals choose to use. So overall, I'm really not that in favour of the El Salvador Bitcoin bill, and I don't think it's that great news for the future of Bitcoin and the future of cryptocurrency. However, I do know that that opinion is very adversarial, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. Now, the next big bit of news is that there's been a lot of regulation concerns over the past week. The first thing that happened is Uniswap's team were directly asked for more information about Uniswap. Now, we do know that Uniswap is fully decentralized. This means if Uniswap's team wanted to do anything with Uniswap or change anything with Uniswap, well, a vote needs to be passed for that. So, this means the SEC cannot directly shut down Uniswap, and they can't do much to Uniswap. As a direct result, the SEC have directly asked the Uniswap team for more information surrounding Uniswap. They just want to understand it better, get more information around it, and potentially not shut it down. So overall, I don't think this regulation news is too bearish or too concerning. However, it will be interesting to see what the SEC try to do. The next bit of regulatory concerns is essentially Coinbase have been told they cannot use their lending product. Coinbase have said that anybody who puts US dollars into their platform will get 4%. However, the SEC have essentially shut this down. Now, In my opinion, this is pretty bearish for the cryptocurrency space, and Coinbase are taking this to the courts, and hopefully they can do something and stop this crypto bill, as it would be quite disappointing if the SEC shut this down. There isn't much wrong with this, and Coinbase is just yield farming for other people, so I'm a bit concerned about this specific bit of regulatory news. Anyway, that brings us to the end of all of the news in the past week. Now, what else has been happening with cryptocurrency? Well, as I already told you, the prices have dropped a fair bit. As we can see, Bitcoin came all the way back down and it retested its bull market support band. However, fortunately for us, Bitcoin bounced directly off the bull market support band. So this makes me very bullish on the future of crypto. If Bitcoin gets above the bull market support band, cleanly breaks out of it, as it did, and then drops back down and gives it a little bit of a test and continues up, I will be completely convinced that the bull market is going to go forward. And if we can see Bitcoin continue up after this test of the bull market support band, I will be very confident that in 2022 we'll be able to hit those new highs. Overall, I do believe Bitcoin is probably going to go to over 100,000 this market cycle, and other coins will go a lot higher. If we can see Bitcoin bounce all the way up and continue, it will be very great for Bitcoin. Now, one of the things that a lot of individuals have been saying, including people's channels like BitBoy, is they have been saying that Bitcoin is probably going to go all the way up and hit $300,000 by this September. Now, you may know that this September ends in about 20 more days, and for Bitcoin to repeat exactly what it did in the 2017 market cycle, it would need to go up to $300,000. Now, as we can see, if we overlay Bitcoin with the 2017 cycle, we can see that the 2017 cycle is the white line. Now, essentially, if Bitcoin went up as much as the white line did in about 20 more days, it would hit around $310,000, which is absolutely insane. And in my opinion, there is absolutely no chance that this is going to happen. I would probably say the chance that Bitcoin emulates the 2017 market cycle would probably be a 1 in 1 million chance. There's completely no chance that Bitcoin goes from a $1 trillion market cap to about an $8 trillion market cap in the space of a couple of days. So, a lot of people have been saying that this is probably going to happen. However, I think this is probably one of the most stupid things that people can think, in my opinion. We are having diminishing returns and lengthening cycles, as we can clearly see, and I do believe that this market cycle is going to be no different. We're going to have completely diminished returns, and it is going to lengthen out. I do believe that this market cycle can extend all the way out into 2022. So, that is my opinion on the matter. And overall, I don't really believe that the market cycles will continue to play out in the exact same way, and one of the big reasons for this is because the fundamentals for a lot of cryptocurrencies have improved. Ethereum is an example of this, where it's got tons and tons of decentralized applications on it and tons of development on it. In my opinion, I could never see Ethereum going back below the $1,000 mark ever again. I could see Ethereum potentially getting back down to the low 2000s or the high 1000s. However, I just really can't see Ethereum going back into the low $1,000 range. And, of course, the reason for this is essentially because I do believe the fundamentals have improved too much for Ethereum. If Ethereum just went lower and lower and lower, it wouldn't make sense because too many people are using smart contracts on the Ethereum network, too many people are buying Ether to pay for things, and there's just so much network activity. So I definitely don't see a prolonged bear market for coins like Ethereum. In fact, I can see Ethereum just continuing to appreciate upwards over time. Of course, this doesn't mean that there won't be any bear markets. I do believe there will be bear markets in the future. However, I don't believe they're going to be as long as before and as far down as before. Last cycle, Ethereum dropped about 90% from its all-time highs in a bear market that lasted 3 years. I don't believe Ethereum will ever drop 80% plus again, even 70% plus again, and I don't believe Ethereum will ever go through a 3-year bear market again. I hope the bear markets, and I do believe the bear markets will be a little bit shorter and a little bit sharper, which will be great for these cryptos. Now, Another cryptocurrency that I believe will more or less emulate Ethereum over time is of course Chainlink. And if you watch the channel, you would know that I am very bullish on both Chainlink and Ethereum because I do see a smart contract orientated future. So overall, I also do believe Chainlink won't go into a prolonged bear market just like Ethereum, and I am hoping it goes very well. Right now, Chainlink is doing pretty well. It's holding the bull market support band very well. And even though a lot of people would be concerned about this dump from around $40 to $26, I'm not too concerned. Chainlink seems to be bouncing off the bull market support band, and I am hoping that Chainlink can come up and break its all-time highs by the end of the year. I am hoping that Chainlink can get past the $50 mark by the end of the year and hopefully be closer to that $100 mark. A 4x for Chainlink is definitely possible by the end of the year in my opinion. However, even if it doesn't happen, I definitely won't be bearish on Chainlink. I am hoping that Chainlink will continue to appreciate over time, and as long as it continues this upward trend over the long term, I will be very happy with my investment in Chainlink. Chainlink has been one of the best cryptocurrencies to invest in over the long term, and you can see this in the macro chart. It just continues to appreciate with time. Now, the last bit of news that I briefly want to discuss this week is it does look like Cardano are launching smart contracts, and it looks like they're launching them tomorrow. Now, in my opinion, Cardano is going to have a bunch of volatility today and tomorrow. I'm really not sure what happens with smart contracts. However, I'm almost thinking it's going to be a buy the rumor and sell the news type event. This means that when smart contracts launch, I probably do think a lot of people will sell and Cardano will go down, because this is what tends to happen in the stock market on a lot of markets. Cardano will probably be very volatile leading up to the event, and I do expect a little bit of a sell-off, especially because Cardano is valued at around $85 billion, and in my opinion, $85 billion is ridiculously high for Cardano. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. Join the Discord channel and follow me on Twitter, and thanks for watching the video.